How's it going, everyone? I'm Zfiles, and today we're going to be comparing the snow owl and the griffin in another episode of creature comparison. So first we'll have the health. The snow owl has 325 health in the level 1 tame stats. The griffin's also level 1 tame stats. And for some reason the griffin only has 50. The griffin got a rework recently, I think, because when they're wild they have 950 health, and then when you tame them it drops down to 50. That's for level 1. But then, so if you tame a level 1 griffin, it'll have 50 health, and that's super bad idea. Because if you pump 5 levels into the level 1 griffin, you'll only have 72.9 health. But if you manage to tame a max level griffin and then pump in 5 levels, then he'll have this much health, which is so much better. As you can see, it'll just keep getting higher. So it kind of depends at what level you tame them at. So always try and tame a high level griffin. So when the creatures are both level 1, the snow owl definitely has more health than the griffin. So next we'll see how mobile they are. So the Parasaur's taking a dump, I think. I don't know what it's doing. So next we have the turning radius, which is part of the mobility test. So snow owl, when he's on ground, it's not too bad, and he can also go backwards when he's on ground, which is super useful. And when he's in the air, it's also not too bad. It's a bit worse when he's sprint flying and doing it, but still not too bad. So next we'll have the griffin. So the griffin can even sprint on the ground, so that makes him really good. So his turning radius, it seems more, it's faster than the snow owls, but it seems more like a larger area that's taken up. When he's sprinting, well, the snow owl can't even sprint when he's on the ground, but it's really bad for the griffin when he's sprinting on the ground. So now when he's flying, yeah, definitely worse than the snow owl. So the snow owl is more agile in air for turning, but on the ground the griffin is better. Oh yeah, the griffin can go backwards as well. Okay, so next we have the flight test. Okay, so first up, the griffin. I think the griffin will be faster, but maybe not better with stamina, because it has less stamina, but maybe it will. We'll see. Okay, so right now you'll see how fast the griffin was, and now I'll go get the snow owl. Oh yeah, 110 stamina is how much he was left with. Okay, next up, the snow owl. We'll just start right away. The snow owl is a bit smaller, and he's definitely more fat. The griffin looks so big because of his wings. So the snow owl, he actually seems faster, and his stamina might actually be better as well. He might use up like around the same amount, but since he has more in total, so he has 254, so that's like 96 less he used up. And here he was at, yeah, they basically use up around the same amount of stamina, but the snow owl has a lot more stamina in total. Next we have the damage test. So this is how much damage they do and how fast they do it. So first the griffin, he only does 18, because for some reason at level 1 he only has 70% melee damage, so this makes him do 18, and he's really glitched out. He's just like, you can't even tell he's gliding. So next we'll have when he's in the air. He attacks a bit faster when he's in the air, but it's still 18. Okay, so the griffin's other attacks, it's super hard to do on this Parasaur here because of all the pillars, so we'll go to the mainland soon and show them there. So for now we'll just do the snow owl's primary attack. So he does 43, because he doesn't have 70%. He has 175% at level 1. I don't know why the griffin's like that now. So the griffin does more damage, and also when he's in the air he attacks faster. He seems to attack faster than the griffin as well, but it's pretty similar. A high level griffin would probably do about the same amount as a high level snow owl. Okay, we're finally on the mainland, so now we'll test their abilities. So the griffin, he can fly, obviously, and when he's in the air he can dive, and he can, well, have to get higher. So you have to get pretty high for it to be effective. When you dive down, he goes down super fast. You can look up like that to boost him even further as well. Ignore that ribbon. So once I get stamina again, I'll test out his swoop attacks. I enabled cheat so I won't run out of stamina anymore. So I'll try this dive. So that did 80 damage to everything around me, and that's quite a big radius for that attack. So next he can do like a claw. He just claws one target. Well, it can be multiple, but it's not as big explosion as the other one. So just then 131 damage, and this is only level 1 Griffin. So that's how much you can do with that swoop attack. When he just like swings his arm at the end. You have to get pretty high as well. So I'll just get higher again. Okay, I'm gonna try and get the turtle. Yeah, 131. Good thing I didn't hit his shell. So another thing about the Griffin is that there's no saddle for him, which is a bad thing, because saddles give the creatures armor. But the Griffin has 2 seats. So I'll show you that now. Here, there's passenger seats, so you can ride on the back of him, a bit further back. So this way there can be 2 players riding him at the same time. And another bad thing, well, that thing was good, but you can't have a saddle. And another bad thing is that they don't have genders, so they can't get mate boosted, and they also can't be bred. So you can't get imprinted Griffins unless you like use some mod that enables that. Another ability that the Griffin has that the Snow Owl doesn't is to pick up creatures. So the Griffin, he can't pick up as well as an RG. He can pick up most small creatures and some big creatures. I think he can pick up Trudon. Okay, it's his second button. So yeah, he can pick up a Trudon. He can't pick up a raptor, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully he doesn't pick me up. Yeah, doesn't seem like he can pick up raptors. Actually, maybe he can. Maybe with an Oviraptor. Yeah, he can pick up Oviraptors. He can pick up Enforcers on Extinction. Well, that's weird. I landed on it. And yeah, he can't pick up raptors for some reason. And a lot of things seem to not aggro on him, which is good. For the Snow Owl, basically everything aggroes on him. But the raptor right here doesn't even care. He'll care once I bite him though. Or he was bouncy then. So at least he can pick up some things. The Snow Owl can't pick up anything. He can pick up a Moschops. Can't pick up the Moschops. He can't pick up a frog either. Or the monkey. The big monkey. And so now we'll move on to the Snow Owl. Oh yeah, Snow Owls. Instead of pooing, defecating, they have these snow pellets. And these act as fertilizer. I'm pretty sure I don't know how good it is. It's just another type of fertilizer. It seems to have a huge spoil time. And also these are gutchas, the weird sloths from Extinction. They love to eat this stuff. This is their kibble. So Snow Owl's even more useful. Is he still? He's still mad. I'll kill him then. So Snow Owl's first ability is his freeze ability. Go back. There you go. So this freeze uses tons of stamina, and it freezes the Snow Owl, and it freezes the player, and freezes basically any creature around it. What the freeze does is it heals the creature, and you can also not attack the frozen creature. Okay, he just came out. Once they're completely frozen, then you can't attack them. Just enable cheats again. You can see I can't attack him. As soon as he starts moving again, you can attack him. So this is useful if, for one, just healing your allies, and two, if you want to tame something and you hurt them too much before pumping the tranks into them, then you can just heal them. So the next ability is that they can fly, same as every other flyer. And they can also do the dive thing, which is kind of like the Griffin. That's why I'm comparing them today. He seems to be going all over the place. I don't know if that's glitchy. So it's a bit glitchier than the Griffin. Look at this. I just shoot upwards. It's glitchy because Extinction just came out. So he can't do damage, like extra damage from the dive, like the Griffin can. I'll show you that right now. So at that time I dive bombed. It only did 8 damage, and it slowed down the Dilo, like the Frost Riven's Ice Breath. So the next thing is he can turn into the ice ball and then freeze. And then drop. So that's like an instant freeze to everything around him. So if you desperately need to heal allies and in a larger radius, then you can use that one. His next ability is Thermal Vision. So this is his third attack button thing, and this makes him able to see every creature around him that has a heat signature. I'm pretty sure it works on mechs as well. It works on fish. They just seem light up because they're in the water for most of the time. Actually, it seems kind of random what colors they are. So yeah, this is super useful if you want to spy on enemies and stuff like that, and also see what's where. So like if there's a Diplo, yeah, if there's a Diplo attacking, like right now, you can see where it is, so you don't have to try and follow the battle music like you usually have to do. So next we have the utility test. This is what they can harvest. They both just harvest the normal stuff, meat and hide, and keratin, chitin, all that stuff. So they're basically just the same with that. Same with most carnivores. And next we'll have the difficulty test. So this is how hard it was to tame them. I'd say the Griffin, definitely. The Snow Owl is basically just a fast RG, but the Griffin, as I said before, in the wild, even a level 1 has 950 health, which is super hard to take down, and they have quite a lot of torpor. Level 1 has 1500 torpor, and the Snow Owl only has 600 torpor, so that's like more than half. And yeah, they don't really use their abilities when they're in the wild, and they have this weird glitch where they can't really attack properly in the wild, probably because Extinction was rushed again, so they should fix that soon. Actually, it might be fixed already. So definitely easier to tame the Snow Owl. Next we have the appearance test. So this is which one looks better. In my opinion, the Griffin. Just look at him, he's so cool. He came with Ragnarok, if you guys somehow didn't know that. Snow Owl came with Extinction, which is why he has like this tech face. The Snow Owl still looks really cool. I like him a lot, especially his fluffy wings here. And his feet as well. But I'd say the Griffin. Comment below which creature you think is better. Okay, so finally we have the battle. So we'll have 1v1, they're still both team stats level 1 as well. So first we'll have the Griffin and the Snow Owl just level 1, and then we'll have them both level 225. Yeah, that's the highest you can get when you first tame them. And then we'll have we'll have them wild stats, because the Griffin has 50 health when he's tame stats. So let's see. I think the Snow Owl will win this one. They can't see each other yet. Attack. I'll just fix this. Okay, they suddenly took off. And yeah, the Griffin is already almost dead from one hit. And he died. Because the Snow Owl does 43 damage. And Griffin only has 50 health. Which is very sad. So the Snow Owl did even get hit. Oh, he got hit. He got hit like 2 times or something. Okay, so now we will have level 225 for both of them. Okay, here we go. Level 225s. So the Snow Owl does more damage. They have... Oh, the Griffin actually has more health this time. Because when he's a high level, you can actually get it. But their levels are randomly put in, since they were tamed normally. So this isn't as proper as level 1 test. This is like, I guess you could say it's the average, because you never know what's going to happen, what levels they'll have, what stats they'll have, I mean. So they're just really flying up into the sky. Well, now the Griffin's going down. So the Griffin is winning, I think. Can't see the Snow Owl's health. The Griffin's in the way. Oh, the Griffin's actually winning. Because the Griffin has more health, I guess. And maybe he's got more hits in. They might run into the border soon. Oh, they're going back down now. It's such a interesting fight. Most fights with flies without riders end up like this. If I wasn't in the arena, they'd probably just keep going up and eventually just... Oh, what are you doing? You're just sitting down. You had enough of it. The Griffin... Oh, he's back. They both got a hit in. They don't seem to use any of their abilities right now. And now they're just... The Griffin's inside. Whatever this is. Come out from there. I'll just ride him out a bit. Okay, there you go. Continue. Griffin, what are you doing? The Snow Owl got 2 free hits just then, because the Griffin's being dumb. I think they basically do around the same amount of damage and health they have, because they're both same level, and they both have like similar amounts of health and damage, but still different. But it's different in the opposite ways, if you know what I mean. It's like the Snow Owl has more health, but the Griffin has more damage. I mean, other way around. Griffin has more health, Snow Owl has more damage. Oh, the Snow Owl has... Oh yeah, the Griffin has 336%. Snow Owl has... he's running away again. Stop moving. 448%. So this is going to be a long battle. I think the Griffin's still winning. Actually... Oh, the Snow Owl's winning by a bit now. They keep going down for a bit. Don't know why they do that. Okay, I'm just gonna speed this up now. This is taking forever. And I won't have any sound, which will sound a bit weird, but I don't really have any music for this. Okay, the Snow Owl is so close to dying, and so is the Griffin. The Snow Owl, I can't see. Oh, he's on 50 health. He's 1 hit from dying. And the Griffin is on 200. So I'm pretty sure the Griffin's got this. It seems the Snow Owl's turning circle is a bit bigger than the Griffin's. Yeah. And they don't have riders. Oh, that's because the... Actually, I don't know what's happening. Are they gonna hit each other again? Of course, when it's not sped up anymore, they don't hit each other. They're getting so high now. Don't go out of the arena. Just bite someone. Oh, the Snow Owl's healing. It's his strategy. The Snow Owl has 90 health now. So now it would take, I think, 2 hits from the Griffin. And the Griffin's also regening health. So I don't know what the Snow Owl's trying to do here. Maybe they... Oh yeah, if the Snow Owls could freeze when they're wild. I mean, when there's no rider on them, that would be so good. Well, after this we'll have the 2 battling while they're wild. I think they might attack each other now. The arena's despawning because I'm so far from it. Go down more. They're so dumb. They're just doing the same thing. Well, the Griffin almost won. And then the Snow Owl started... Oh, yeah, we hit the top. Oh, they might finally get each other now. We hit the top of the world. Because they're just doing the same thing. Come on, Griffin. What are they doing? I think I might just have to say the Griffin wins. But it was super close. So they're pretty evenly matched when they're in combat. So now we'll have them two fighting when they're wild. Okay, I'm about to start. And so yeah, they're both wild stats. I think the Griffin will win this time because he has so much health. And one more thing, the Snow Owl has never had a saddle in the battles. So he doesn't get a special damage reduction. I have to try and do that. There you go. Will the Snow Owl fight back straight away? Oh yeah, he did. Okay, so the Snow Owl got one hit. For some reason it's in white. The Griffin is doing a tiny bit more damage. Yeah, as you can see, the Griffin has 950 health. Because that's how it is when they're wild. Snow Owl, he's already almost dead. Poor Snow Owl. So in the wild, the Griffin is so... Whoa, what's that? It just buzzed out. So in the wild, the Griffin is a lot stronger. I love how the Snow Owl gets holes in its feathers when it's hurt. It's kind of sad though. Maybe... Yeah, this isn't gonna turn around. So the Griffin seems to be better for combat. But the Snow Owl... the Snow Owl has so many good abilities. Like his freeze thing. Oh, the Snow Owl just went super fast. Yeah, they're a lot faster in the wild as well. Yeah, the Snow Owl's dead. He's trying to speed up his death. Okay, there we go. So the Griffin is stronger for fighting. But the Snow Owl is... he has like the freeze ability. And his thermal vision. So if you guys enjoyed this video, subscribing and liking lets me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one.